Hi everyone, I'm Mark Rosenthal with you on this Monday afternoon with a Weatherblast update. A lot of folks are very concerned about Hurricane Florence. Could it be a threat to New England? And the answer is no. It's not going to be a threat to New England whatsoever. It's going to smash the Carolinas. Big problems down there with rain and historic flooding, and then moving up through portions of the Virginias into the Ohio Valley by the weekend and early next week. But we have our own rain situation to talk about. The rains you see on Chatham radar are the remains of what once was Tropical Storm Gordon that was in the Gulf of Mexico, now moving into the Great Lakes, bringing a swath of rain throughout a good chunk of New England. So gear up for that for this afternoon. Now, the other thing we're going to have to deal with, well, first off, the dew points are very comfortable in the mid-50s. But notice the 70-degree dew point line from Chesapeake Bay all the way down to the Gulf coastal states. That tropical air will be making inroads towards New England over the next 24 hours. But let's talk about Florence. You see, it's a tale of three hurricanes. Florence getting closer to the East Coast. Then we have Isaac and then Helene. But Florence, as of about 11 o'clock this morning, was 580 miles southeast of Bermuda, moving west at 13 miles an hour. Top winds then were 115 miles an hour. Now I'm sure it's much stronger. Central pressure, 962 millibars, 28.41 on your barometer. The track from the National Hurricane Center would bring Florence into the South Carolina coast, probably just north of Charleston, by late Thursday night and Friday as a Category 3 or 4 storm. It's going to be real devastation throughout much of the Carolinas, perhaps into the Tennessee and Ohio Valley in terms of flooding rains, but the winds will weaken once it moves onshore. But this is going to be a devastating storm for the Carolinas. Now, as we look at the European model, you can see the loop bringing it right over Charleston, South Carolina by late Thursday night and Friday, and then bringing it off to the west-northwest and dying into the Ohio Valley. But also notice on the bottom of the screen at the end of the loop, there seems to be another tropical disturbance coming, and I want to show you that in 1 second. Here it comes at the bottom of the right-hand side of your screen. That we might have to deal with that by early next week unless it gets kicked out to sea. European rainfall in purple, it's 2 to 3 feet of rain from the Virginias down through the Carolinas. That's where the big problems are going to be. So you're going to see this. This is going to make national news. Now, I just quickly want to show you, this is the European model. This is valid for next Tuesday. I know, get a life, Mark, right? But on the left-hand side, you see the upper-level wind pattern, the jet stream flow, and you see it might try to capture what appears to be a tropical storm or depression well southeast of the Carolinas, but it might get kicked out to sea. You also see a trough of low pressure back into the northern plain states, which appears to me it's going to be progressive and probably shun everything out to sea by early next week. But we shall see what we shall see. So for the balance of the afternoon in Boston, it's going to be occasional rain, getting steadier and heavier, windy and cool, temperatures in the 60s, showers overnight, some downpours, maybe a thunderstorm and muggy in the 60s. Tomorrow, a lot of clouds, little sun, warm and muggy, maybe a shower or a thunderstorm around. It'll be 77 to 84, and you can expect some of the weather here for Wednesday and Thursday. So there you go. That's my forecast. Thanks for checking in. Please stay tuned for updates. I'm Mark Rosenthal.